guys, it's Grizzy. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I really hope you guys enjoy the story time because let me tell you how embarrassing it is for me to say this story. So we're gonna get right into it. Please make sure you grab your wine, your water, your popcorn, your fruit, your veggie, whatever, because this is definitely entertaining. So I look like a bird. I keep playing with my hair. So let's get right into the story because we're not going to talk too much. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and please make sure to press the little bell so you can get a notification every time I drop a new video. So this story took place in New York about exactly a year ago. And I know it was a year because my boyfriend had just moved to Cali and it was around Valentine's Day. So I was in New York and during the weekends, I used to go to my mom's house, right? Run errands with her, go shopping, whatever the case was. So on this particular day, my mom was like, oh, come with me to my appointment. So my mom was gonna go see her OBGYN because, you know, she's an older woman. And when you get to a certain age as a woman, you need to have certain procedures and exams done, right? So when we went into this building, we go into the waiting room and it's empty. Like there's nobody there but me and her. So while we're sitting, she's like, oh, when's the last time you went to the OBGYN? And I had told her, I said, oh, I was actually trying to go a few weeks ago, but my insurance was in the process of changing and they had changed their policies. So basically what had happened was my insurance was changing and I got a letter in the mail saying something about like a religious thing. So for example, let's say a Catholic organization was responsible for my insurance. Therefore, because they were Catholic and they followed practices of the church, they were not going to cover things such as birth control and stuff like that because it doesn't align with their religious views. So that's what was happening with my insurance. So I told my mom, oh my God, I keep playing with my hair. I told my mom I was going to go, but because of my insurance, you know, I haven't been able to go to the gynecologist. So she told me, ask the receptionist here if they take your insurance. So I go, la-di-da-di-da. I walk and I'm like, hey, do you guys accept my insurance? I would like to make an appointment as a new patient to see the gynecologist. And she's like, yeah, no problem. We can actually squeeze you in today. So I'm like, okay, might as well. Because like I said, the waiting room's empty. There's nobody there. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And I also really like the fact that the gynecologist was a woman because I don't know about other females, but I am just very uncomfortable with the man touching me at all, period. So I'm telling my mom, I'm like, I'm a little embarrassed because ladies, if you know, you know, when it's winter and it's brick outside in New York, we don't shave our legs. Shave our legs? What? That is like fur and I'm a bear, okay? I get cold. So mind you, it was winter in New York. So I have on, literally, I have leggings on and then I have jeans over because it's cold. So no shave November. I definitely partake in those activities, but for like 4 months when it's winter, I don't shave my legs. And plus my boyfriend was in California. I wasn't seeing no guys. So I really didn't care to shave anyway. You know, it made no sense. So I was looking a little rusty. So my mom's like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be embarrassed. There's women who are a lot older than you that don't shave at all. Or, you know, some women who are all about being all natural and they don't shave down there. They don't shave their armpits, whatnot, right? And then, you know, we're wearing a mask. So I'm like, you know what? She's not going to see my face anyway. Okay? She's not going to remember me. She sees so many vaginas. She's not going to be concerned with mine, right? So I go in. Right? And they take my blood pressure, you know, they put me through, I don't know if it's triage because it's just a regular medical office, but they take my blood pressure and stuff. And she's like, are you nervous? And I'm like, no, why? She's like, oh, because your blood pressure's a little high. So I'm like, I am nervous because you're about to see a bush. You're going to see that I'm very hairy right now. Latinas, you know. So I'm like, whatever, suck it up. It's whatever, like pubic hair. Yo, I keep playing with my hair. I am so sorry. Pubic hair, body hair, all of that's natural. We all have it. It is not something that we should be ashamed of at all. And like I said, I wasn't with my boyfriend physically at the time. He was in California. I was in New York. So I was not about to be busy or do any of those things. So I really didn't care. Sorry, my child decided to turn the water on while I'm filming. Okay, so I go into the room. She's so nice, the OBGYN. She's very, very open and comfortable, you know, very nice to me or whatever. So she's like, hi, honey, why are you here? And I'm like, oh, I'm just here to get my pap smear done, check for STDs, HIV, make sure everything down there is functioning as it should. And, you know, that's why I'm here. So she's telling me how the pap smear is every 3 years. And because I had one previously, that today we do not need to do a pap smear because, like, it's not needed, right? So she asks me, oh, did your previous pap smears have any concerns or alarming, you know, comments? And I'm like, no, everything was good. So she's like, okay, honey, I'm just gonna take a look down there and we're gonna do a full-blown STD check on you and check your breasts, you know, make sure you don't have breast cancer. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she's like, here's your gown, get dressed, whatever. Which, mind you, why do doctors, especially OBGYNs, why do they be like, oh yeah, here's your gown, cover your body. Not like we're not gonna have our whole face into your vagina. Like, what's the point? Might as well just me drop my clothes off and be naked. But anyway, so I go to the room, put the robe on, right? So she's like, lay down, right? I lay down and I'm on my back, right? So in the room is my OBGYN and her medical assistant. Mind you, we all have masks on because it's COVID, right? So I'm sitting there very uncomfortably. She's like, put your legs up, you know. So I'm sitting there, I put my legs up or whatever. So the best way I could say it is like, I'm laying down and her face is literally at my, like literally in there, right? So she's like, okay, honey, I'm gonna put my fingers in there and tell me everything that she's gonna do, you know? And she's talking to me during the process because she doesn't want me to feel awkward, which I'm totally okay with. So she's like, oh, how old are you? What's your name? Do you have any kids? You know, she's talking to me while she's inserting, right? So I'm like, I'm 28. Like, girls gotta know, it hurts, right? So she's there, and then all of a sudden, they're silent because she's not asking me anything. And then, don't mind my laugh, I know it's ugly. She's in there, and all you hear is, I farted, okay? Yo, when I tell you, I just wanted to die. I just wanted to die. And it's like the whole time I was there, I knew I had to pass gas, but I'm not gonna pass gas. So I'm sitting there clenching my butt cheeks, you know when you gotta pass gas, that you try to clench your butt cheeks in so it can like come out silently. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? Let's not cap here, okay? Like I said, I'm gonna be honest. So the whole time I had to pass gas, but I was there holding it in like, and on top of that, I just had some coffee. So you already know. So she's down there. I farted. And you know what she says? She comes out. She goes, did you just fart? In my head, I'm like, do you have to announce it to the world? We all heard it. We could have just act like it never happened. No. She wants to say, did you fart? I'm like, yeah, I couldn't hold it. And she's like, yeah, I know, because I saw your vagina lips flutter. I'm like, you saw my vagina lips flutter. So I guess what she meant to say was, when you pass gas, your flutters, but because I'm with my legs up, it vibrated. So you could see in her mask that she's trying to keep her composure. And then the medical assistant who's in the room is just cracking up under her mask. But again, they can't, act like that in front of patients. So the medical assistant was just like dying of laughter. She has her mask and all I see is like that. Like you could tell. And then I'm sitting here like, bro, I just want to leave. I want to die. Get me up. So I'm laying there. She checks my boobs and makes it more awkward because I'm like, I just want to leave and I gotta stay here. My legs are hairy. They were ashy as hell. So I'm like in my head overthinking, and I'm like, the medical assistant is probably talking so much crap about me. Like, this girl came in here, didn't shave her punani, didn't shave her legs, didn't even put lotion on her legs, and then you got the audacity to fart? Like, I cannot control that. So exam is done and she's like, okay, honey, you can go change. Boy, when I say I booked it out of there, I booked it. I go to the bathroom, and remember I said I had leggings and jeans. I didn't even put my jeans. I put my leggings. I got my jeans halfway up to my knees, and I run out, and I'm like, mom, we gotta go. Remember that? So my mom was like, what happened? I'm like, let's just go. We gotta go. So me and her are like going into the elevator, and she's like, what's wrong? Like, what happened? I'm like, I farted in her face. I farted while her finger was in my vagina. And my mom just starts cracking up, and like she calls my aunt and tells her like, oh my God, you know what happened? Like, she was here and this happened. So at the time that this happened, I was hella embarrassed, but like, now I just laugh because I'm like, I can't be the only person that it happened to. Like, it was embarrassing, of course. And about the shaving stuff, like, I was not embarrassed because, like I said, everybody has body hair. And if you're a person who waxes down there, you have to let it grow. So, like, at that moment, I was in my head a lot. And I was like, they're going to judge me. They're going to talk about me. But now I just laugh. And I'm like, I really can't believe, like, I farted at the OBGYN. Like, this is the greatest content for a story time because look, now I'm telling you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you laughed with me. And if you've ever experienced any embarrassing situation at the OBGYN or at the doctor period, please comment below because I would love to know. And I just want to feel like I'm not the only one, So thank you so much if you stood to the end of the video. As I said in the beginning, please subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Like the video if you genuinely enjoy my content. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and put your notification bell on, okay? Thank you guys. I'll be back soon with another story time. Peace!